Yo, check it, this the digital hustle. NFT game reflecting our muscle. Round tripping positions, stacking up digits. No time for amateurs, we playing for riches. Yeah, holding the zero, we ain't taking no loss. Yeah, blockchain gangsters, we bringing the boss. Snatching up NFTs, making them hot. We the pioneers, the game we unlock. Yeah, digital hustlers making moves so swift. Stacking up the cash, we the kings of the shift. NFT game strong, we ain't taking no hits. Round tripping position, holding the zero, never quit.
Shit. All right. I don't know. You guys could hear the song, I'm hoping. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay, you guys listening in, did you hear our song? That one needs a little more work. Oh, almost lunchtime. It's still GM.
Who to make it? Made it himself.
Dude, up all night in the Beat Laboratory.
We were missing some bars there, bro.
Yeah, you know what? So that one was like the first attempt. And I didn't even play it all the way through to see that it like nothing was at the end. But like you can go further. You can give it all the lyrics. You can like you can do the whole thing, which is what I want to do. Here, I'll give you guys a little sample of what I think's going to be the one. Hang on. I like this one. Hell yeah.
We're gonna need an animation to match, you know,
dude.
Like some
here's
transformer flying in, shit, like dropping fucking shit coins on everybody.
Dude, I want to pay someone to do the logo. I'll go on like Fiverr, but I want a logo and I want an intro video and I want it to be like a 90s morning cartoon intro. That song, dude, yeah, I'm ready to step it up. And then
and a wallet getting drained.
And
like,
then
oh, dude,
like an image of it, dude. Yes,
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. I need to see if there's some AI tool that'll let me make it myself because I'd prefer that over paying somebody to do it. But and then the only other
train it on like GI Joe comics and shit, right?
Oh my god, dude, yes.
That would be dope.
Dude, AI's changed everything. The fact that you can just do the fact in 10 seconds I have 6 or 7 different songs now. It took no effort. It was like I gave it 3 sentences and then told it the style and boom. And then the other thing is like we're going to redesign the screens and graphics here. So that's coming up. Hopefully by the end of next week, the show looks totally different. And then figuring out the call-in thing because the call-in live yesterday was so freaking cool. Speaking of which, okay, I told Easy if he wanted to come up on stage, he's welcome to today. That's open, I think, to anybody. It's not to be on the whole thing, but if you want to come up and like shoot the shit for a couple of minutes, that's open to anybody who wants, I think, today, if you guys are down for it. What do you guys think?
I think that's awesome.
Okay. All right, cool shit. I'll tell you what, like having a new daily show in the mix changes the Saturday show because like I feel like we touch on everything throughout the week. I don't feel like we need to do a week in review at this point like we do on most Saturdays. So we should still touch on the big stuff, but I think this is different. This is more of a hangout sesh talking about current events still. Choina, we can do the phone-ins. I can set that up. It takes all of a second. The problem with phone-ins is I'm the only one that can talk to the person on the call. Like Biggie and Henry could not speak to whoever's calling in. If I like open up that channel, it'll start echoing for those guys especially. So that sucks. But I'll do it if you want to call in. But I'll also send you an invite to come up here. You don't have to turn your camera on. So you're welcome to join, keep your camera off, and chat that way, and then everybody can talk. So we got options.
Hey, by the way, Whata, are we streaming on X?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking. I wanted to retweet it, but I couldn't find it on your profile.
Okay, let me peek here. It would be on the NFT LDR profile.
Oh.
So let's see. Yeah, so right here, right now, Diddy's Diddling NFT. Is our title, dude. Like,
bro.
We need to talk about that. That shit is wild. And that's what I woke up to this morning. That was like, I mean, there's not even NFT sites covering it. I just, like, to be honest, I probably deep dive more than most when I'm looking for NFT news. So I usually put before each show like 2 to 3 hours into researching NFT news. And so I found this one this morning, which wasn't hard to find. But yeah, we're probably guessing Diddy's IT guy who's got all the footage. He's taking some of that footage and auctioning it for, I think it's 400 something ETH. So
Proceeds go to charity, I assume.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you end up, and this goes to anybody, did you end up reading the Diddy, like, what do they call that? Like the list of charges?
Diddy
or like
Papers? Like the
Diddy
Panama Papers? The
Yeah.
Diddy Papers? I have not, man. But everybody, I think you especially have told it, like, they're supposed to be fucking wild, right? Like,
I'm going to pull it up and we'll
like
see what we can get away with.
Fucking, you know,
Okay,
shit.
While you're doing that, did you see like the post-raid pictures? So like, you know, I think they were maybe on TMZ, probably other sites too. But man, okay, first off, like obviously they trashed his house, like searching for stuff. I couldn't believe the amount of safes he had in his house, like big safes, little safes, and his house, like for being a baller with millions, like, you know, 9 figures of money, if not a billionaire. His house is a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Like before they even raided it, his house is atrocious, man. I don't know how you live like that.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's pictures of that in here, I think.
It's like there's shoes everywhere, there's clothes everywhere, stuffed animals. I mean, it's just a mess, bro. It's gross.
Man.
It's not gross. He's a dirty foot.
As far as what the dude was doing, though, like it's like you could picture Epstein shit. That wasn't the focus of like, that's not what these charges are. Although it does say in here he's got hidden cameras in every room, so anything that's ever happened in his home, he's got it. So he's got a lot of dirt on people.
Wow.
Yeah, but the gist of this was like, here's an example. And I'm sorry, guys, if there's anything you don't want to see, like, just tell me if you think this is a little too much. But like perfect example is there was this a shooting reported at his house once, and they reported it as a drive-by, but it wasn't a drive-by. Diddy and his son shot some dude. Like they brought him into their bathroom. They shot him in his stomach and in his hip, and the cops covered for it. The cops
Shit.
they got the police that cover up all this shit for him. So the cops came, they saw the bathroom and all that, but they officially filed it as it was a drive-by. So like Diddy gets away with like fucking killing people. There's all kinds of stuff with underage people. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s. I don't think he did. This is some like big producer, so they were trying to get this other guy who produced like one of Diddy's albums. They were trying to get him to have some gay sex with him, and they show him. They're like, hey, this guy does it. Like this guy apparently is that other guy's idol. Like he does it too, guys. It's just what we do in the music industry. So it's like, it's
fuck,
dude, it's crazy. Here's here's the guy that they were taking advantage of and, you know, doing inappropriate things to. But Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in this a lot. He's all over this dude too and grabbing him and groping him and stuff. It's Cuba Gooding
Diddy
Jr.
is groping Cuba Gooding Jr. What the fuck is going on with
Diddy,
these people, man?
Dude, it's crazy. Diddy grooms these guys.
Fucking like paddle or like fucking.
Dude,
what the fuck?
So Diddy grooms these guys and then passes them off to his buddies like Cuba Gooding. And I like a lot of speculation that Jay-Z's like in the mix here too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Please don't.
So here's Cuba Gooding, I think, in one of these shots here. Right there. There's Cuba Gooding all over this guy. So this guy was getting groomed by Diddy to pass off to Cuba Gooding. Dude, it is wild shit. They they threaten these guys. Like Diddy says at one point, he tells him basically, you do what I say. He's like, I will kill my own mother. You think I wouldn't kill you? Like really crazy threats. J-Lo, like there's a lot of shit with her. Like there was a shooting in a nightclub that like it was Diddy that shot this person. I remember this story from for fucking ever ago. Yeah, like it's like that whole world is just this is the guy. This is their connection with law enforcement. Anytime something would happen, you call this dude. He gets the police to cover it up.
Fahim.
Yeah. Yep. Fahim's your guy. It is, dude. It's a lot like the Epstein Island shit, and it's a lot like that. It's a lot like that. It's just like, how deep does it go? It's not just Diddy. It's not just Cuba Gooding. It's like it's probably Jay-Z. It's probably a lot of big. There's a lot of redacted names in here. Like they say like R&B singer, which maybe it's Justin Bieber or something. Like he was like, there's so much shit here that. I mean, we saw early on when Justin Bieber was 15. R. Kelly probably, but you would think that wouldn't be redacted at this point, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that would make sense. Yeah, there was a lot of connections with Bieber and him, right?
Yeah, and it could be Usher because Usher was like Diddy was his guardian, so it could be Usher in here. Yeah,
I'm
all kinds of stuff.
To think like now, I just see him as this dude. It's nuts, man.
It's crazy. Everybody who worked there had to carry around a fanny pack full of drugs to give to Diddy anytime he wanted. So he had this concoction here, this pink stuff. It was like some mix of what was it, ecstasy and cocaine, and dude was fueled by drugs like 24/7, just like nonstop drugs. It's funny looking back and seeing like Kanye calling this back to Kanye, I guess, like yesterday, but Kanye calling this stuff out years ago, and
really?
Man, oh yeah. Oh,
what did he say? Like, Diddy raped me or shit? Or
no,
what?
stuff like even Diddy's not going to get away with stuff like when he would talk about like don't send people at my head and stuff. He said that about Diddy and Jay-Z and stuff. It's because he knows like the kind of shit they were into. I'll drop this link, guys. It's
Marty
wild.
is fucking loving this, dude.
Oh, Marty's here. Good shit.
Yeah,
it's like Sodom and Gomorrah kind of stuff, dude.
Yeah,
right. It's just like.
It's wild, man.
I read an article the other day and it was talking about the ends of civilizations and what typically happens at the end, where like lawlessness pretty much happens, and it was pointing to like Epstein. I don't even think this had come out yet, but it was just talking about just this type of stuff where adults being predators against kids, and honestly all the kind of hot topics we're dealing with these days. So yeah, not surprising.
It's like when you live a life where you want for nothing, and you have everything you ever need and want. I mean, you get dull to it. You have to keep pushing and finding something more extreme and more extreme and more extreme. You don't get dopamine from anything when you have everything, and so they really push it. They push the limits of fucking everything.
Yeah,
and it's
remember
disgusting.
when we thought Michael Jackson sleeping with just sharing a bed with preteens or young teenagers was weird?
Yep.
Like that was weird, right? At Neverland, and now we're getting into this. Or like, did you see the one of Demi Moore that's been floating around? It's not as seedy, but like it's when she was 19, her co-star on wasn't General Hospital. What show was she on? Whatever show she was on. He was 15 at the time, and it's a picture of her like making out with him at his birthday party.
Demi Moore making out with who?
Like her co-star on her show at the time. I forgot which show she was on. And it's
but it's a kid.
It's a little cringe. She was 19 at the time. He was 15.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Not as bad as Diddy, shooting someone in the stomach and
that one. That part's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to think anything else like super scandal. Like, I mean, here's like this is a bunch of underage people, and like, so they would always go to so they would send this new guy that they were grooming. They would tell him to wear this like bad boy's hat and then go to the strip club, and all the strippers knew that meant they were coming back to Diddy's place, right? So he was the guy they would kind of make him go get them women. But yeah, there's all these pictures from these parties here of like underage girls there, like 15, 16 years old. It's
how
absolutely
dumb to
wild.
record it all.
Dude,
like how dumb to do that. I mean, that seems like really short-sighted.
Well, that's one of the craziest things. So he says in this document somewhere, Diddy made him record it. He forced him to record everything. Like he told him, keep your camera on, always record everything. Which does then make you start thinking Epstein shit. Like all of this was very purposeful. Right? Like, what other reason would you record crimes like around the clock?
Did he record them like beating the guy up in the bathroom?
No, the door was closed for that. You just see like the aftermath kind of pictures. So that's not on camera. I don't think. Could be, but the way that it was said here is Diddy, his kid, and this other guy went in the bathroom, shut the door, and this guy who's the one filing these charges or whatever. Who's the victim, I should say here. He was just outside the bathroom door, and he's the guy who's recording a lot of it. Separate from the IT guy who has no presence anywhere online. Like he doesn't like Yeah, apparently this guy's got no social media
smart.
stuff. Yeah.
He kept himself out of this shit. God.
Yep. It's absolutely crazy. So this stuff's just going to keep unfolding. Like I'm sure there's so much more to
Has
this.
J-Lo chimed in on this? Because I'm very curious to know if J-Lo's fucking commented on this shit. Like, oh yeah, he's been a weirdo since day one, or it's like, yeah, ever since I broke his heart, he went crazy.
I haven't seen anything. The only stuff I know about this is what I read in this. I read this whole thing, man. I was like, I stayed up really late reading it. Like my neck was killing me the next morning from doing it on the phone and shit. But it's a long read. What is this? Like, yeah, 73 pages. So wild shit. Definitely worth a read if this is interesting to you, man. It's crazy.
TLDR, I'm sorry that it happened, but what's that fucking thing? It's like,
oh my God.
It's just like,
It's no wonder these people are such whack jobs. Like all these people in these high positions. Like think of all the stuff that they like live with, all the things they've done, all the things that they know. It's just no wonder they're all kind of like psychopath, drug addicted. Sociopaths might be the better word.
Yeah.
So Henry, that my question there is like, there's that saying like, what is it? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. But you have people that they're well intentioned, they fall into these habits and then they like become these monsters. And then there's others that there's that other saying also too, right? It's like you want to know somebody, like give them power. Like they already came in with like these really bad habits, like to me, like what you were telling me, like with like the dude having these crazy mansions and all on the outside you would think he's a baller, but you go into his house and it's all squalor. Like I feel like that's the type of person that already came in with all these fucking demons and weird fucking things in his habits, like it's not something that like he got there and like Hollywood corrupted him, right? Or whatever. Like I think like he came in with a lot of this shit already, like all these monkeys in his back. Damn, which is crazy too. Because for the longest time I don't know, man. I just keep thinking again about Tupac and Biggie and like about that, like remember like that fucking song that he did back in the day for Biggie and shit, that one with like where he like mixed Sting in there with it, like every breath you take and all that shit. Like, I'm just like
one of our favorite songs. Hit 'em up.
Find out now. Like,
I was just gonna say, hit him up. Yeah, I wonder if the West Coasters roll the same way that like the East Coasters did.
Right? Yeah, that's a good point.
If they were a little more like thug life and held to some better values than like Diddy.
Yeah.
Biggie.
Tell you what's interesting too is this is just charges coming from like this is just one victim. Like all of this is just one person. Like how much more is going to come out when others start pressing charges? And then like, man, like I don't normally keep up on like the gossipy TMZ type news, but I did see this other thing that 50 Cent is filing for custody of his kid with this woman who is one of Diddy's like sex workers. Like even while they were together, I think she still was like a paid escort by Diddy. And he had no idea, which is crazy. And then you got all these executives who are they're going to go to jail too because they were here like supplying him drugs and they were here like they knew all about what was going on. Like Diddy walking around naked and he would do that to try to like get with this dude and they're just like, it's Diddy being Diddy. But then they would leave because they knew what was coming next. Oh, and there was a lot of stuff. He had two different bottles of liquor. One that was for women that he would drug the liquor and the other that was for him and his boys.
What is it with this fucking roofing people still?
It's crazy.
What the fuck?
I bet Suge Knight's just counting down the days till he gets to see Diddy in prison.
Oh man. Oh dude, they gotta put those two together. That would be incredible. Yeah. But tying this back to the main story, like I wonder if this is that IT guy. And I'm trying to find the exchange this is on. It's not on Binance. It's not on ByteBit. I'm trying to find where this is actually listed because they don't link to it or they don't say what exchange these videos are on. So I do want to vet that it's real, but I can't find anything.
What country did this dude flee to? I know it's a non-extradition country, but It's not like
Antigua,
he
right?
went to
Which
Rio,
guy?
right?
Diddy?
Yeah.
He's in Miami. There was just a video of him that came out this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
dude.
thought he like flew out of the country to some non-extradited.
That they were
Really?
saying he did. They people said his plane. They saw, but no, there's a video of him like yesterday, today. It's probably gonna show up high here. Hang on, let's find that. Here we go.
Oh wow.
Down here at Pura Vida by my pad, run into the man right here.
No.
What's up? Miami's like that. It's a movie.
Yeah. Cartoon movie.
Scumbags, man. Jesus. All right. So now, like, I don't know. It's not like Joe's out here defending Diddy at all, but it's like Kanye doesn't look so bad now. Right? Kanye does not look like a bad. I mean, maybe that's kind of a bit much.
Kanye has never been a bad guy. He's a fucking crazy guy.
He's a crazy guy, and dude. I'll say he's a genius. He's a fucking smart dude. Smart. If you listen to lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of interviews of his and seen how consistent he's been, again, 15 years plus, like he's always been very ahead of the curve as far as like narratives, and he talks like an idiot sometimes, but like. You can tell what's going on. There's a little different. He's a different dude. Man, I'm with you, man. Kanye's incredible. Like, I love his music, all of it, even the recent stuff. Love it. But he's a real smart dude, and I love anybody who like. It sounds cringy, but like you can't control that dude, and I love that. Oh yeah, dude, he pulled that. No,
there's one person that can control him, and you know who that is, Whata.
Who's that?
The
Jesus.
Gorgon. The head Gorgon of the Kardashian clan.
You think?
Yes.
Why do you think that? Is that Kim or the mom?
Yeah,
one?
that would be Kim.
Okay,
yeah.
that actually makes sense. Like he still loves her or something, right?
Yeah. I just think those women there's something going on. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like some fucking tapes or some fucking papers that come out later and like they're fucking crazier than all of these things.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at this point. Like nothing at this point, nothing is shocking. Nothing. Everything as dirty as we think Hollywood is, it's that dirty and more. Because then picture all the actors like the Kevin Spacey shit and all those other guys, Bryan Singer and all those things we've heard over years. All that's gonna come out too. Maybe not with the Diddy stuff, but eventually all that stuff's gonna come out in very much the same way. But yeah, Kanye definitely something like that. Definitely some like autism or something like the definition of weaponized autism with that guy. He's fucking crazy. I love him. You guys want to talk NFTs? What do you think? I got to show a couple things actually. Dude, I didn't get my Machi coin, which sucks. I got to figure out why, but that token dropped this morning. We'll get to that. We'll start with the NFT market. Looking okay this morning. Value of the market here in the forecast 500 index. We're up a little over 1% this morning, so that looks pretty cool. Pretty good. But the leaderboard actually very interesting this morning. It's just some projects I have not expected are kind of rocking here. MFers here in the top 10, Mochaverse in the top 10, and Persona. Interesting. I want to see what's going on with Persona and why they got to bounce all of a sudden. Mochaverse we looked at yesterday. They're talking a little bit about their token launch. But MFers, anybody who did not watch our daily show yesterday and maybe is not plugged in right now, MFers dropped a meme coin over on Base. And man, I think they just made a whole bunch of people pretty darn rich. I don't know. Well, I'll pull up the chart. I don't know what to what degree, but man, like Artchick tweeted something out last night, and I never know what with her shit is real. I don't. I can't tell what's just all acting. But it sounded like pretty life-changing stuff for her, which is, I mean, I would always assume she's doing well. So at this point, though, this MFR token, about a $200 million market cap. I don't know what each MFR got, what their allocation was, but expect to see a lot more of this.
Somebody said it was like $200 per MFR. Like initially, I imagined that ballooned up as we hit 192 million market cap, but yeah.
So 200, do you remember at what market cap?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Now check this out, because all of a sudden, it looks like maybe the Doodles are dropping a meme coin too.
Everybody and their mother now is dropping a meme coin.
Man, and I wonder if it's going to be on Base, but I mean, or is this just like Poopy's like the founder, right?
Yeah.
I think. Okay. So I wonder if it's just him. This is on base too. Interesting. So so I wonder if this is not officially like a Doodles token, if it's just his. I would think it's that. Let me pull
These
this
guys
up.
need to be very careful. I'm telling you, the day of reckoning has not come yet.
I was gonna say, Henry, like, why is I mean, I get it that like we're seeing, Coinbase kind of like topple the SEC in like that legal battle, and I understand even maybe like some other like big time projects like that actually have the money to maybe go to court if they needed to, like maybe feel emboldened to do this, but everybody and their mother now feels like it's a free for all, and I, like you said, I'm like somebody is going to be made an example of.
Yes. Yeah, and they're just not. My assumption is that a lot of these people don't have robust legal departments, and so they're not thinking of these things before they do them. And Coinbase is going up against the SEC, has nothing to do with MFers dropping a token, like nothing. They're when I say they have nothing to do with each other, like nothing's been won in court, nothing's been established, and these guys are kind of blatantly putting themselves in a position to eat up a lot of legal fees. Again, don't know where they're based out of, but I just think people are playing with fire potentially.
Choina, I'm the exact same. Man, okay, if you want to do meme coins the right way, I don't think you can work. I think you have to be a 100% degen and really get on things really early. I'm going to show you a sad story. Go ahead, Biggie.
No, I need to show you because you were talking about that, and literally, like before I like switched off last night, check out. I'm sending you this link on the private chat here, but like so you can share it. But it was like, don't leave your house this weekend. I'm like, every time, like eventually it's gonna be like, don't even go to the bathroom because you're gonna fucking miss out on these fucking crazy things.
I'm going to tell you about runestones, by the way, here. Rice. Somebody DM me. I don't know if that was you, but somebody DM me asking for like to explain them, and yeah, I think it's worth another explanation.
Yeah, I'd love to get into that, dude.
Oh, Biggie,
sure. You are. I refuse to be labeled the fucking ordinal futter, bro. Like.
Dude, I fuck with Biggie about this. Oh, we lost Henry. Okay. He'll probably be coming back, but I give Biggie shit for this. He is not an ordinal fudder. He is not an ordinals denier, but it's fun to give him hell for it just because.
Yeah, for fading and missing generational wealth.
Yeah,
but I'd love to get into that, man.
I will say, I just don't want you to miss something pretty special, and I do think it's special what's coming,
dude. So I was thinking because like yesterday, we were like, gun to my head, I would choose the art, blah blah blah. But I was like, okay, gun to my head, what community would I be willing to join now, right? And honestly, Badgers. Like, I like if you told me like, hey, you have to like you just have to get into some of these communities, like as much as or no maxi biz nodes and cats, quantum cats take the cake. I feel like Badgers are like more OG for my taste.
Badgers will do well,
like for a conversation, long-term conversation. Like I think like they've been there way before. Yeah, I'd be interested in checking out that convo.
I'll tell you what I think makes that actually a perfect match for you is they're very heavy into stacks. Like a lot of layer 2. In fact, the founder of Badgers, I can't remember. He launched the first meme coin on stacks, or he did something.
Oh,
he did
nice. Like Welch or something. Yeah, that's cool.
He's like a big dude in the stacks ecosystem. So again, there's something that you're interested in. That I think Badgers is a perfect fit. Dude, I fucked up. I needed to get some money. Car broke down, needed to pay for something, and when I have that stuff, I sell NFTs. It's just what I do. It's what they're for. So like it was kind of like crunch time, and I had to sell something pretty quick. And this was just yesterday. Like 36 hours ago. So I'm like, what do I sell? I don't want to sell a runestone. I don't want to sell any of the floriforms. I don't want to sell a badger, but I got 12 of them, right? So I'm like, I can sell 1 or 2 of those. I don't want to because I think they'll do great. Anyway, I'm looking through. I want to make sure to not sell the wrong one. like either something rare, or I have 2 that are sub 100K inscriptions. And I don't know that that'll be worth a lot more, but you could probably get 2x floor. I sold one of those sub 100K ones. Like, I was so overthinking it that I like wasn't paying enough attention to what I was doing. So I put a sub 100K badger on the floor, right on the floor, and he was gone. The second I realized it, he was already gone. So
wow,
that sucked. Still got one, but
and
it was
you couldn't like quickly reverse it, right, Whata? Because fucking wait for an hour.
Well, actually, you could on the way Magic Eden works. It actually would let you.
Oh, really?
It's instant. I just caught it. Like, people were watching that closely in that collection. I caught it just late enough where it was already, like, the buy broadcast was already set. So I was fucked. Really bummed about that. It was like Badger number 52 or something like that. So very, very early in that collection. But just about meme coins, guys. This is my buddy. Works at Crypto Slam with me. He had a giant bag of whiff. And he sold it at 2x. He made like I think he made like $500, maybe $1,000. But if he didn't sell it right now, 27 million bucks he'd have.
Lord save me from one of these experiences.
Yeah,
please.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, that I think that's the worst. That's gotta fucking.
I'd be curious to know how many
Sweet
people
English.
though hold from that very beginning drop all the way to the, let's say to the all-time high. Because the reality is most people are DCAing in, right? So like somebody who's got their value at 27 million right now, like for the most part, maybe they bought in at 13 million or 4 million. I just don't think there's a ton of people that get in at the very beginning and hold all the way to the top.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Don't look back.
Agree.
Don't look back. Don't ever look back.
He does it now for the engagement farming. Like, it's like he gets a ton of views on that, tons and tons of engagement when he tweets this. So he does it any milestone. Like, I know for sure it hurts, but at this point, hopefully he's moved on. That's such a big number. I mean, God, life-changing. I mean, more than life-changing. That's actual generational wealth. To think it was that close that you literally had it in your bag. You literally had it. That's why even when I do meme coin shit, which I rarely do, but I usually don't even sell it.
Duster Moon, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got tons of meme coins that are worth literal zero, like just nothing but rugs. I don't sell them because just in case. So lots. And here's the best part, guys. You know how these bull runs work now, and you know those opportunities are going to keep coming. There will be another whiff, maybe not this cycle, but probably. But we'll get more opportunities. So you got to play it very seriously. Again, I don't think you can do it if you're not doing it full time, though. I don't think you can. You got to be in the right alpha communities. You got to be very on top of stuff. And even then, it usually comes down to luck or insider info, just knowing the type of people that are in it and going to pump it. That actually is one of my bull cases for Rune, though, the Rune Stone. So I want to get to Rune Stone in a quick minute here. I want to show the 2 big ordinal drops yesterday.
Yeah. English,
He's giving
I
you
don't know
shit.
you,
That never
bro,
happened.
You seem to have some fucking beef with me, bro. You know where to get at me. That's all I have to say.
Oh man, bring it. No, and like he's just teasing. I know this, but yeah, I don't think Biggie and I ever spoke about. We didn't even speak about whiff, so he's like just being a shit talker for the hell of it. English is a good dude. You'd actually like him a lot. Good dude.
Well, I've conversed with him a couple of times. I don't know. I don't know him.
Dude, he's mean to me 85% of the time too. That's the way he shows his love. And there's another guy. So on our little noun show, a guy named Crusher. I don't think I've ever heard him say a nice word to him. Not once. And but it's like this brotherly love thing. So that's English. It's his charm. You will eventually find it charming. Okay. So, okay, think of what we were saying there about like having insider info about a token, a meme token. And we're going to come to that because that does apply to Runestone. And it's not even insider info. It's info everybody knows. It's just so damn obvious. First, though, we had the ink drop yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? 2 days ago, right.
Yeah, and then OnForce, right? Like,
right.
Just off the bat, like, what do you think of the art?
I think the ink art is phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal. And like, there were some rare ones here. Like when I saw some of like the more legendary ones, and let me see if I can even filter and see those to the top. But man, like I'm a big DC Comics guy, and I saw one of these guys has the Batman Who Laughs trait. like the metal bar around his face with the spikes. And I'm like, dude, these guys, like, they're nerds and they're picking really cool art things. I mean, these look amazing. Here it is right here. That is a trait from the Batman Who Laughs, which is like a multiverse version of Batman who ends up becoming the Joker. It's wild, but that's
Wow.
dude, they look great. These look amazing.
I'm not so sold on them.
Really?
Whata, yeah.
The art?
Yeah. Amazing is not the word I'd use. It's good.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, just good. Like, no. To be honest, no. I would not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I minted and like somebody actually, I don't know, man.
Well,
No.
let me say this then.
What is it? It's like you'll hate it at 0.001, but you'll love it at 1. I don't know, but like just off the bat, like art wise, I'm not. I feel like I was expecting more. Like I remember being in their Discord and seeing some of the sketches and stuff, and I feel like they look better, to be honest.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I think it looks really good, but here's the thing. I don't know if I know how to look at this type of art the right way, because the thing is, there's a lot of artists who draw, who can really make great looking art. Like this type of art here, for somebody who, again, calls himself an artist, very easy to make. I grew up with a lot of friends who like doodled and then became like not necessarily comic book artists, but this was the type of shit they would draw. I guess the point is, it's very normal to be able to like output this kind of shit. So I don't think it's special art, right? This is just like clearly coming from someone who's got some skills. But yeah, something about it I like. Like the varieties there. I think the more legendary
like
type
the palette,
ones,
right? Like the grayscale palette with the orange background. Like, yeah, I just like I'm not thrilled about it the way I thought I might be.
I tell you this, I don't.
I want to see OnForce now. Like once it reveals, see what that's like.
I think they look better than OnForce, but I feel like everybody else is saying the opposite, and I don't know why. Like I think the other art looks much better than this, but I don't know if that's a style thing or if that's like a like why do I see it differently? Is it just the style? Is it a stylistic thing?
If that was hypothetically worth an ink, okay, if that was hypothetically worth, we'll take it to Ethereum, 0.00007 ETH, would you even look at it and be like, man, this is good?
Are we
You'd just
talking
be like,
ink?
yeah, it's like, talk any of it. The what we think of the art is, it's just indicative of the value of it. It plants in our brain, know what it costs, you know what it's worth right now. Oh, I'm not saying you don't like it, but I think our views on it are always skewed by what the value is of it.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely
There's
true.
some collections out there that have great art that aren't worth anything.
Definitely true.
But if it has some value, then it's like, it's cool. It's cool.
So my thought with ink is I thought it was going to not... I'm shocked by its price. I did not think it was going to do well, which in hindsight, stupid. They just had... like they were a marketing machine. They like just did this so perfectly. But like from the get-go, I thought their art looked just like fucking awesome. Like I think it's one of the best looking collections on Bitcoin, period. Again, I don't know why. There's just something about it. I just think it looks like a step up from most other stuff.
See, I like it too, by the way. Like I like it.
When I think of like black and white, like, anime or comic book style, I think of Frank Miller,
Yeah.
like, and this is a little, maybe I expected it to be a little more gritty, like heavier lines, like just like this is so fine and like on the grayscale, it just doesn't pop out as much as I would have hoped. This is like splitting hairs, I guess. But yeah,
Look at us pretending that the art matters.
Yeah,
it definitely does not. What is this for, by the way? Somebody sent this.
I sent that one to you because I think scroll down and he's like, "Don't leave your home." I guess this dude's dropping a fucking token as well. Like everybody and their mothers is just like capitalizing on this meta right now, man.
Yeah, damn. Well, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this to roll back to NFTs, which it will. Which it definitely
pull up the Oni. Pull up the Oni villains.
Lose all their shit with fucking meme coins.
Fair, yeah. Okay, here's some of the villains. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
They definitely have maybe more personality or more distinct look. think.
And they
I need to
have
see
like
more.
they already have like a following, right? Like you know, forget the name of the artist
I like it.
for
I like
OnForce.
it.
But yeah.
So okay, couple thoughts there. Like I don't. Yeah, I don't. It does less for me than the Oni. Than the Ink one does. But
I'm
also,
not a huge
okay,
fan of backgrounds. Like that's one thing I know some people like backgrounds. I don't know if those are just like I don't want to say the concept art or if
like
they will have
placeholders.
backgrounds.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
English or cats. I think you got a little peek at them. Is that the real backgrounds? And by the way, Eve Pump and Dump, are you talking about Ink? I think he's talking about Ink there. Whereas OnForce definitely has plans, you know?
Yeah, good people over there.
So on
nice guy.
NFT Live yesterday, I was making the comparison, you know, and this will be interesting to find out. Okay. It's Ink versus OnForce, a 10K collection versus a 3K or so collection. It reminds me a lot of Bitcoin Puppets versus Quantum Cats, where I feel like Quantum Cats has something like a little more substance behind it, although we don't know much about it yet. But there's like a little tech innovation there, right, with these evolving traits. We know that the Taproot Wizard team raised almost $8 million, so we know they're going to be building something. And it's just, what do people value more? Like the vibe and the memeability and, you know, like the way you can speculate on something like that? Or do they value something that's got something maybe a little more tangible behind it? And I think we got the same thing playing out with the 10K Ink collection, which, as far as I know, it's just the art. And then OnForce, which has the history. And they got the collector base, and they're probably going to use it in their comic books and their stories and all that stuff. But we know that, like, when people start feeling the tangible part of it, they value it less. That's what's really interesting.
Yeah.
We've seen that play out time and time again. So I wonder if Ink will always have a higher floor price. So early right now. Who the hell knows? But it's just this interesting dynamic that we're seeing playing out now in four collections, but like two of them that are similar with each other. So I'm watching. It's interesting.
I was reading somebody like draw some parallels, right? Like with OnForce, like back in the day, right? Like with Azuki, where like OnForce was first on ETH and then got like completely opaqued by Azuki, right? And like now you have Ink kind of have front run OnForce again on like launching and like I don't know, like stole some thunder or like for at least a little while, like the spotlight. I like OnForce, man. Like we've had the founder on NFT Live a couple of times. Like they're builders and like they do have like a really loyal following. So I wish them well, man. I think they can do well.
Yeah. What do you guys think floor price? Where do you see OnForce, let's say after reveal, and where do you see Ink at the same period, at that same point?
Sheesh, bro. Like
Ink right now at what, like 0.04 something. Ink. I don't know if I said that right, but Ink at 0.04 something. OnForce at 0.022. I do think OnForce is going to be up from here. I can picture him 0.05ish or so.
Not an ordinal expert by any means, but I think Ink keeps going. When I say keeps going down, I don't know what they have coming, but I would hope that OnForce overtakes it. Not just because it's a smaller collection, but because they've kind of proven that they're like a sustainable project, and I like them. So you know, part of it's I got a dog in the race. But
does anybody here know about blobs?
No, I'd love to know because I got whitelist for it.
Yeah, okay, same. Either English or Tickle. If you guys, I know you guys both know, would either you want to hop up here and help us with blobs? Do a little dive into that.
Mentioned it. Yeah. He said it's going to be Neuro's unifying umbrella project. Themes of NeuroRealm, Cypherpunk Ghost. He was talking about that on Spaces.
English, would you come up and chat? Yeah. I think I got two whitelists. I hope they stack because I gave the same address for both. But yeah, I do not understand blobs at all yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a given that any Ordinals collection is either going to have Tickles or English.
Isn't that wild?
As a moderator, or literally, I go into Discord and I'm like, "Oh, Tickles is in there," or "Oh, English is in there."
Tickle, you're on Spaces. Are you chatting on it? I'm gonna have that playing in the background here, maybe. Okay. Yeah, I got to learn about blobs.
Is it going to be is this like a hype mint?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
very much.
that's great. I got 2 whitelists as well,
Blob.
and
Oh,
wonder if
okay.
they stack.
Did you get? Yeah, okay, on the same wallet. Yeah. English, do you know if they stack? If we got 2 on the same?
If not, we know Tickles and English, and we need to get them to change it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these boys are everywhere. Here on
When's the
YouTube.
mint for this?
I don't know. I would love to get more details about this. So it's this Blob Army, I think, right?
Tickles is your brother, Huda?
Yeah, he's our older
Okay.
brother. Yep.
What's up, Huda brother?
It's so cool doing this with family. Like, it's so freaking cool. I remember when we tried getting Tickle in. He didn't need any convincing, right? Just that Henry and I happened to have like dove in together. But he's into collectibles and comics and all that kind of shit too. So once we like started showing him like what it was, he's like all in.
All in.
And he really has found his footings here since Ordinals, became a thing. I think he found his space. English definitely the 4th brother. Gotta tell you,
what's
Biggie I think
crazy
is a bro too.
Is I had no idea that our oldest brother was a dev. I had no idea. Huda and I were talking one day, and I'm like, "What do you mean he could do like Solidity and Python? What? Like, since when?" Yeah,
Tickle. He didn't know you
Seems like
code.
it.
He didn't
Yeah,
know that at all. I'm like, he's a fucking
No
like
idea.
master coder. Like, yeah.
what the hell, man? Out here selling rugs, and older brother's like coding.
Yeah. Draco.
Crazy.
Tickle's our older brother. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I love it. Again, love it.
We have
it's
4
such a
of
treat.
us in Kongs, by the way. I think we represent the largest family in Kongs.
Really?
Me, you, Tickles, and Madeline.
No shit. Okay, I forgot she's in there too. Dude, I gotta get my
Yeah.
kids VXs or something, or maybe Genkai's would be perfect. That would be awesome.
Genkai's would be perfect.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I'm gonna find a way to do that. That'd be sweet. Okay, so we'll move on from blobs, I guess, unless like Tickle or English. Do you have like a quick TLDR, like a quick, supply,
We'll say the
mid
name
price
is really
expectations?
Cool.
Well, say that again, Biggie.
The name is great. Blob.
Blob. Yeah.
I feel like it's
But like Blob is all
Very
over
much.
Ethereum right now too. People are using ETH
Yeah.
subscriptions. And it's using it's killing fees right now. Like, so again, it feels like a much bigger thing going on, and I just don't get it. 10K free mint. Okay. Oh God, that's beautiful to start. And is there some kind of utility, or are they just like a statement kind of piece? English is in Kongs, I'm pretty sure, right? English, you got a Kong, don't you? Yeah. A VX at least. I cannot wait to tell my story, the baby story. Like, I know I did it live here, but I definitely want to get that tweet out. What is this? The whole first come, first serve must be present. Showing I'm not following. Yeah. English is OG, dude. He's probably in most things. All right. What else can we find here?
Hey, real quick, our friend Rye, Mr. Grape, asked about runestones, and then I feel like you were like, "Hey, we'll come back to it," and you're like, "Thanks for listening, bro," but not answering that.
Let's
No,
do
there he
runestones
is.
right now.
let's do it.
By the way, Rye is like Rye's awesome, part of our collab team.
Oh, nice.
The grapest, like second. I say second to me because I like to think I'm the grapest, but he's the next grapest in comms. Good
All right.
dude.
So I'm pulling up a link here because Tickle's done like some amazing work here compiling all the things you're going to get with a runestone. Okay, let's just say at the start, a runestone is it's an ordinal. It's going to lead to a meme coin though. Okay, so Rye, I think you probably know this, but right now over on Bitcoin, fungible tokens don't really exist other than BRC20s, and those are fungible tokens, right? But they're kind of clunky. It's just like shoehorned in tech. So starting at the halving, a new protocol is coming into the Bitcoin ecosystem. It's called Runes, and it's from the guy Casey Rodomore who invented the Ordinals protocol, right? So an established guy who's now building in the Bitcoin ecosystem. He's responsible for this whole scene at this point. But he has a new token standard basically coming called Runes. Runestone is going to get you an airdrop of, we don't even know what it's going to be called yet. We just know that if you're a holder of this, you're going to get an allocation of whatever this token is. Now, what's interesting there is it was a free drop. all you had to do to be eligible was have 3 non-text inscriptions from year 1 of ordinals, right? So if you had like 3 honey badgers, 3 any NFT from Bitcoin, you got an airdropped rune. So it was well, you did better if you had your assets spread out across multiple wallets, right? If you had a whole bunch of ordinals in one wallet, you got 1 runestone. But what this did was put runestones in the hand of true OGs and also influencers, right? The influential OGs over in Bitcoin. Well, they all got this, and now it's in their best interest to really push this narrative, to promote it. And I'll tell you this, man, guys like Leonidas, guys like, I know not everybody likes Trevor here. I can't say I care either way, but you have some of the biggest, most vocal people in that space that are going to really be pushing this thing. And they're pushing it all the way to exchange listings, right? You get this new meme coin that, again, for the first time ever really on the Bitcoin blockchain, well, exchanges are going to want to list these just like they are with Solana meme coins, right? So picture that Solana ecosystem and how, like, picture all those fucking tokens going crazy there. That is now going to come to Bitcoin. It is. It just is. And the runestone's going to get you what seems to be one of the top rune meme coins that's going to drop there. Again, there's nothing specific. Nobody can give you anything beyond that. We just know we're getting a coin, and it's going to have a lot of firepower behind it.
Okay.
Is this a YOLO scenario? Like sell your quantum cat and buy, 9 more runestones?
I would, that's probably not a bad play. I wouldn't sell that. I would never, I think those quantum cats at any point can just have like a violent price movement up. I really think that they're just, I would not want to lose a quantum cat. But I would say to me, there's no better play out there than runestones. Even if I only see the runestone itself getting to like 0.1, 0.15, which is a lot, I think all the airdrops you're going to get from this are going to add up to so much more. And that was the next point here, Rye, is we now have like 10, 15, 20 plus projects who are saying, hey, we're going to have a whitelist for runestone holders, or we're going to airdrop a token to runestone holders because the distribution's so great here, right? 80,000 different wallets holding these. So if you really want to get your project out there and get it into influential hands and wide distribution, you whitelist these guys. You airdrop it to these guys. So very.
Let me ask you, Whata, maybe you can tell me, because one of the things that I've been more interested in, I need to dig into it a little more, but from what I understand, like runestone, I get it. The ordinal is the token that will get you these airdrops, right? Like it's what they'll be able to snapshot so that they can drop these additional meme coins or whatever the fuck they're going to drop runestone people for. But from what I understand, runestone, is it not like a ZK rollup? Somebody correct me. Like from what I understand, like that's the attraction of it, right? Like that it's going to be supposedly, kind of like an L2 on Bitcoin, right? Like that'll, be a little bit faster, easier to transact, not have to wait so long. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Like as far as where runes actually live?
Yeah, well, and where all these airdrops that you're talking about that, are going to be able to transact. Like are they going to just continue to be on like traditional Bitcoin rails where you have to wait 20, 30 minutes for a transaction or an hour, or is it going to be more like an L2? I think I read something about that, right? Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but like,
by the way, that's a bummer about Choina there, by the way. He had the text kind of ones, and so he didn't qualify. So he was in the ecosystem year 1 and didn't qualify. That is a bummer. I
feel you, Choina, man, and I get it. Like people that have lives, like, and don't want to fucking be plugged into the computer all the time, we miss out on all that stuff. Or if you're creating content and you just don't pick up on fucking MFer like I did yesterday, it just happens, But luck will find us, my friend. Don't worry about that. There's many ways to skin a cat, and there's a lot of opportunity in this space.
I'll say, man, at 0.04, it's not cheap, but I think runestones are super, super tempting at that price. I just, man, okay, so now Leonidas, who is, pretty much the name behind runestones, working with Ghostface Killah, right? Like helping him get his new music over on Bitcoin as an ordinal. He's just becoming more and more influential, and I just think it's going to be pretty much the loudest voices out there are all going to be saying runestone, runestone, runestone. And that's just going to help us. It's just going to help us as runestone holders. So, man, just incredibly bullish. Okay. Dude, rolling an ink into a runestone, I think, is probably a beautiful play. All these things I was pulling up, by the way, just some examples of people talking about their airdrops, going to runestone holders. To me, it's the gift that'll keep on giving. It's one of my biggest bets over on Bitcoin. So what happens after the drop?
Because
No, go ahead, Henry.
No,
we're
I've
losing you.
noticed like the image keeps. Yeah.
On runestone, the image keeps changing?
Can you hear me? Am I a robot?
I got you now. You were, but I can hear you now.
Game of
maybe
Blocks.
You can't hear us. Okay, Game of Blocks, yes. Game of Blocks.
No, Game of Blobs. No, is that what you said?
It's well, I'll show you, but we'll wait till it gets...
that's right. That white little thing. Yeah, I got one of those in my wallet.
Yeah, these just keep splitting off. I'm
not gonna play that fucking game. I don't care. Is it flippable? Oh no.
When Game of Blocks, I mean, that's going on now. I mean, it's active.
Ooh.
Like, this is a good question. Are runestone drops just memes, or will they have are runestone drops just memes, or will they have utility? I mean, the utility is it's going to get you runes, right? Remember, runes is the protocol, and so it's going to get you. And just think of runes as meme coins. So yeah, you're just going to get tons of meme coins, tons, and whatever utility anybody else wants to offer to rune holders. And I do think there will be a lot. How do you pull liquidity from runes? It's going to be. Well, for runestones, again, you'll get your allocation of these rune tokens, and there'll be exchanges. So in theory, you'll be able to swap. Let's say that the token will be called Runestone, which it probably won't. The community is going to vote on the name of that community on the Runestone token, but there'll be an exchange. You swap your Runestone meme coin for Bitcoin. So, it'll work out that way. Yeah, dude, always sell pre-reveal, I think is the way it goes. But yeah, after the rune drop, will airdrops be based on how many rune stones? Yeah, I mean it's going to be a very set allocation per runestone, is my understanding. And I think I would probably just keep holding my runestone. I mean, this is like nobody knows, but I would guess that there's just, as long as the distribution is wide, there's going to continue to be an incentive for people to, whitelist them. It's just because the holders and how many people. But it's Leonidas's thing, and man, and OXFAR was the artist behind the parent runestone too. So it just has a lot going for it. To me, it's kind of a forever thing. It's like a forever mint pass. One-time drop on their meme coin, though. As of now.
Okay, so it does use the Lightning Network, though.
The runestone will.
I think so, right?
Truthfully, don't know where that rune protocol is gonna live. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely worth a deep dive.
Research, figure it out. Once and for all. Runestone mania.
Not for all people. Not for all, but people are already allocating X spots as first come, first serve. Interesting.
Tickles, can you stack whitelist?
Are you talking on blobs?
Blob. Yeah, sorry.
English replied further back, and he said he thinks you can.
Nice.
Which would be, great. I'd love to find, I want to find some more whitelists out there, man. Yeah, okay, Runestone, layer 1 Bitcoin. I mean, that was the beauty of runes, is that it brings meme coins to layer 1 directly to mainnet. So
okay. I wanted to know just because of that, okay, so flipping these things are going to be tricky.
Possibly, but here's the thing. I picture most of that will be on exchanges, and it, functionality will work a little different. So like BRC20s, right? When they're on exchanges, it's not actually on-chain transactions, I don't believe, until they actually move the assets,
you
right?
Have to deposit them in the exchange. If it's a centralized exchange, you're depositing in the exchange, and then they take care of everything. Yep. But then you're exposing yourself to a centralized arbiter.
That sounds right. Yep. But this is what changes things. It does open the doors for Coinbase listings on some of these meme coins. So I just am looking at the whiff scenario and like, man, it's just a matter of time till we get that type of meme coin action on Bitcoin, and runes are what's gonna open the door for that. So because of the potential, dude, because like we saw with my buddy who had a coin that now would be worth 27 mil. I'm not selling my rune stones. No way. The only thing I'm considering doing is buying more. We're gonna get a meme.
What are you up to now, Whata?
I haven't bought any. I just have 4 from getting them airdrop.
Just sleeping on a bed of rune stones.
I would like as many as
his
possible.
mattress is gonna be full of rune stones. That's
Tell you what, great chance I flip my OnForce if it goes high enough and swap that for a rune stone. Man, we'll see a top 20. No, dude, we'll see a top, let's say 15 meme coin. Like as far as all crypto, we'll see a top 15 crypto that comes from the runes protocol. I believe that.
By the way, total random comment, nothing to do with NFTs or ordinals.
Nice.
But I just want to comment on what savages the Jews are. Not on a Kanye rant, but like tomorrow's Easter, right? Tomorrow's Easter, and kids will wake up to eggs with candy inside and Easter baskets. Meanwhile, my wife was texting me pictures from Target of what the Jews get to play with, which is a pack of 10 plagues that come with masks. So you can rock your locust mask or your blood mask.
What?
Like, why couldn't we have fun holidays? Why does it have to be like, why couldn't it just be like, hey, it's Passover and it's fun and the food might be good and you get some cool shit. No, here's your 10 plagues mask. Go have fun.
It's crazy, dude. Man, we grew up so we had such a weird upbringing, like very religious, but also like not, but like, we don't need to get in it. Real weird.
Would you like Hasidic or something, Whata?
No, wait, whatever. We grew up Christians.
Worse. Yeah,
it was messianic, right?
Come on, no way, dude.
Yeah.
Like those are like the top of the echelon. Like those like the Amish Jews, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah.
No, because we weren't quite Jews as far as religiously. We were like Christian Jews. So not you didn't fully fall into a category. Like, what's funny is we were not allowed to celebrate Halloween, but if you're like, because it's a pagan holiday, but you could celebrate Purim where you're dressing up, and it's just the rules are so weird. Not gonna lie.
Yes.
I was at the gym the other day, and it was Purim, and I'm like, oh, all these kids are dressed up in the exact same costumes that people dress up for Halloween. So it's okay to dress up on Purim, not okay to dress up on Halloween. Our parents were very weird.
Yeah, it was just when it was convenient. That really was it. Yeah. Moisty's confused. We always were too. Yeah. Fucking wild. Anything else about runestones? Rye, did we get you enough to work with there? Sounds like you're going to go in for one. I think that's wise, man.
Yeah, I feel underexposed to runestones. I have one, and I feel like I'd like to have like maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But that means I don't know what to sell, or maybe some USDC.
Hopefully a dip comes. Hopefully. I just keep watching for opportunities. I think swapping the OnForce for one is probably not a bad idea. But man, like even seeing, so we're looking at the Solana stuff and we see meme coins over there, and we're seeing what's happening on base now with like Degen token, MFR. And man, just again, thinking that for the first time ever, I know we got BRC20s, but really for the first time ever, we're going to get that action on Bitcoin. There's just no way it doesn't fucking.
May I?
You may.
You keep saying they're just gonna, and like an absolute certainty. And I'm sorry, I just like whenever I hear absolutes, I have to push back a little bit or be like, is it? And my thing, I guess my thing here there is like I get what I understand why ordinals, right? Like, but meme coins on like,
yeah,
I feel like the biggest attraction for that is the fact that you can flip out of them so quickly and go back in if you get FOMO and you then flip out of them, and the fees are not expensive. I still do not see normies, at least, or like the people that are playing on Solana, the majority of the people that are playing on Solana, and these fast blockchains saying, "Oh yeah, let me go and risk my skin on something that I do not understand, or like it takes too long." I don't know, man. Like you said, maybe if it's done on the centralized exchanges, it'll be more palatable. But even then, I cannot see a scenario. I cannot dismiss a scenario where some meme coin doesn't sit well and it does very well, and centralized arbiters or something decide, hey, freeze this, or hey, we're not going to allow withdrawals or deposits for a while because this is fishy or whatever. And then there goes your fucking decentralized self-sovereign narrative. Like, and to do it directly on the Bitcoin blockchain, like from a decentralized exchange or standpoint, it's like I don't know.
This is
so much more like if I'm a normie and I'm coming in and I'm like, hey, I've got a couple bucks, I want to play the meme coin game. You got Solana, you got Base, like they're fast, they're quick, they're inexpensive.
No, Biggie, this is, to me, it's the same reason that ordinals were so obvious. The day one when I heard NFTs on mainnet, I was all in. It just simply, you got to look at this in the most left curve way possible. Like, it's just so obvious that on the biggest blockchain, the most important blockchain, anything happening there matters more than anywhere else. It just kind of does. Like, it's just the default. It's the baseline. It's the same. Man,
it doesn't, Whata.
It's playing out. We literally are seeing it play out live. All these other NFTs on these other blockchains are crumbling, and the Bitcoin collectibles going the opposite way. They're going up, and a lot of us think they have much, much higher to go, much higher. Again, it's just, man.
Would BRC20s not be somewhat of an indication of what the potential could be for meme coins?
A fraction of that potential, yes.
Yeah. That's. Yeah. I mean, they're the number one traded collection on CryptoSlam all the time, right? And so, like, there's certainly action there. Yeah, I realize Biggie's not there yet. I get it. He will, he's going to be.
But I don't know why. I can't understand why he's not. I get his concerns. Like, they make sense, but it's also.
Call me a cynic. Like, honestly, like my mentality there is very much kind of like Zuckerberg's regarding privacy in Facebook, where it's like people don't give a shit about privacy, and he's been right. And when I see, like, I love decentralization and self-sovereignty and Bitcoin, and ordinals, some of them. But like when it comes to certain things like applications, I just see time and time again when degens come in, they don't give a shit. They just want the cheapest fees, the fastest transactions, and the most degeneracy possible.
Well, half right. You're actually absolutely correct there. But what they really want is gains. They want to chase whatever's hot. There is nothing that will be
hotter.
The type of liquidity that these tokens have access to on Bitcoin is unlike anywhere else. Like, Solana certainly has gone to this next level, like 50 billion in inflows or something, or on DEXs last month. That's changed, but Bitcoin, I think, has
the type of liquidity. What do you mean by that, Whata? Because all I see is the people that are buying the most Bitcoin right now are ETFs, and the Michael Saylors, and then the other biggest cohort of BTC holders are maxis, which don't give a shit about fucking ordinals. I'm sorry. Like, a very small percentage of them are buying them or care for them. So that leaves us with the rest of the degens around that actually play these things, right? And that I can understand this enough to go play. And then you have the normies that we're all praying will at some point flood us.
Wait,
right?
but who do you consider the normies? I consider the normies like the other NFT and crypto traders.
No, I consider the normies like absolute, like, blank slate, fresh fish that are drawn.
Like guys that message you and be like, what meme coin should I get? Like, I just heard a Doge.
Like, I need a fucking MetaMask. What is a MetaMask?
Yep.
Like, how do I buy this? Like, they don't know the name, like normies, like super, super new, like, hey, I need to get into this, fresh capital. I got a stimmy or whatever. I need to go in there, right? Like, that to me is, because see, that's the thing. If you're telling me that the rest of the degen cohort that is playing in this decentralized, space is all of a sudden going to say, okay, I'm done playing in Solana or Base or whatever, and like now I really want to go into runestones and all that. I agree. There's definitely a big cohort that is already doing that is already playing that, but not all of them. Why is that? Why
on
is
Solana,
there,
you said?
why are there people like myself maybe they're a little hesitant to say, yeah, I'm gonna go play runestone, like and I'm not a meme coin guy by any means, but like there are people out there that specialize on this, right? Like they've got all the tools, they've got like even that, right? Like you see Solana, like people have all these tools to like give them an edge, bots, RPCs, this and that, to front run, to snipe. Like it's such a part of the meme coin transactional fucking ecosystem. None of that exists in Bitcoin. I don't have an edge. I have to play like everybody else and fucking wait 20-30 minutes to see if I got my transaction through or not. Like I'm sorry, man. Like that's again, like it's like some there are limitations to some of this tech in my opinion, and like to me, it's like fine. Yes, I agree with you, Huda. Like meme coins on Bitcoin will be a thing, whether it's runes or L2s. My bet there is that it's on L2s. Why? Again, because people don't give a fuck
Biggie,
about the tech. They just
Biggie,
want.
hang on. I gotta stop you. It's again, you are very, very right. You're very right on all this, but you are way overthinking it. And it's gonna hurt you in this case. And I don't. I'm not trying. I know you don't. I just wish I could somehow, not even convince you, somehow to get you to realize you don't have to think that deeply about it. It's literally as simple as meme coins on Bitcoin. What have meme coins done on Solana? What have meme coins done on Base? They've done really well. They should do really well on Bitcoin too. I mean, that's.
But Biggie just came full circle in that entire explanation because he didn't understand how meme coins could be a thing. But at the very end there, he's like, "But meme coins will be a thing." So I think he walked himself through and got to the same conclusion. Which, by the way, great example of
what rails are those meme coins going to be played on? Is it on Bitcoin the L1 or is it on L2s? And that's why I still struggle.
By the way, to me that makes a ton of sense. I don't see how anybody is trading meme coins on an L1 Bitcoin. It's hard to imagine because it is so slow. So I'm kind of curious too. But I work with at Kongs a lot of naysayers to ordinals. I'm telling you, like deep naysayers, like fuck ordinals. But I just, but Biggie, I just walked one of them through last night, his first ordinal purchase using Xverse, and it was Mio, and it was with OnForce. And so like, here's the thing. I think there was still that barrier of like, how does this all work? Like thinking back to like the original like Sparrow wallets and spreadsheets, and he's like, hey, how do I know like what wallet I'm supposed to send them with? Is it just asking like in Xverse, like do I send using this wallet? I was like, no, bro, connect Xverse to Magic Eden, and it will literally walk you through just like MetaMask does. That easy. I think there's still this barrier of people thinking it's much harder than it is. But I think that just gives us that are in it more opportunities, because I think that people are going to go where the money is, and all it takes is the cabal coming around one meme coin in Bitcoin to bring everybody over, and they'll figure it out. A little bit of a learning curve, and everybody that's been playing in it will be like, yeah, I've already been here, I know what I'm doing. So
I like Draco's take there, right? That it's like good hold for big free airdrops where you don't have to do the work. They're just arrive in your wallet. I do like that. Speaking to what Choina was talking about, where if you have a real life, like you miss shit. So with this, like it ensures you don't miss out in that regard. I'm just curious to see which ones do well. I can definitely see like some airdrops coming to rune holders that I wouldn't maybe classify as meme coins. I'm just talking about like meme coins, like the soup du jour, like dick coin or whatever, MF, or like fly by night. I spun this shit up like in 30 minutes and I dropped it on a bunch of people and it rocketed up and crashed. That type of play. I don't see that type of play happening on runes, right? Like, but more something a little more deliberate, thoughtful than, again, maybe I wouldn't classify as a meme coin.
I want to point out here,
Meme
in
token.
1 year in the Bitcoin ecosystem, 3 billion in sales. Over half of what Solana's done now in 2.5, almost 3
Mhm.
years. Yeah, 2.5. I'll say there. Double what Polygon's done. Double what Flow has done in their lifetime. Bitcoin is different. It's a different thing. And like I'm one of those that believes Bitcoin in the long run flips Ethereum. I think that's still long run, 10 years out, something like that. Maybe not, but it's a scenario I see. I just think Bitcoin is a whole different beast, higher potential than anywhere else. Yeah, I don't know. Completely left curve in it, and it's the only thing to me that makes sense on Bitcoin.
Flips
Appealing
Ethereum
to
on
everyone.
volume, huh?
Yeah, I believe that. I do. In the long run, I mean, that is going to take a while to get there, but yeah, I just believe Bitcoin is just starting.
I agree with that, Draco.
Let's see.
Legitimate
Yeah.
tokens.
Yeah, yep. And agree, and I think that's coming, and I do think that's a part of what, Taproot Wizards are trying to bring to Bitcoin. I do. It's exciting. It's exciting to be at like a new phase, a new evolution of Bitcoin. And by no means am I or was I a Bitcoin maxi, but I'm turning into it. Maybe.
Dude, I got a ton of Bitcoin merch from back in the day. I think I was primarily a Bitcoin maxi. Though I did take up ETH pretty quickly when it came out. Yeah, it's interesting to see these things play out, these experiments, and I do very much appreciate all this evolution that you speak of.
200 mil, by the way, just looking at Bitcoin's all-time sales. So 200 mil on these Sats BRC20s. That is not counting the trades that are on the centralized exchanges. So like on OKX and on Binance, it doesn't count that. So these are just the ones that are like treated like an inscription, like an ordinal. And so like I think somebody asked it to explain the BRC20s a little bit. I think that was, yeah, here we go, Rebel.
Rebel.
Yeah, I mean, simply put, they are fungible tokens. They're inscriptions that are then bundled up and traded like you inscribe basically an ordinal that represents like a certain number of those BRC20s. So you can attach however many you want. You can inscribe, let's say, 500 sats to an inscription. You can inscribe 10,000 sats, and then you trade that bundle basically through that one inscription. So that's how they're traded right now. I think, again, it's a little different. I've not done them on exchanges. I don't know if they do them the same way over there or not. But again, like the runes are going to let you trade them very much like you trade meme coins on any other blockchain. Literally just go to a DEX and swap, 500 tokens for Bitcoin. It's going to make it much easier. I think a lot more appealing. It'll make a lot more sense to you're just typical crypto traders.
I love Buxton. Yeah, feeling like Michael Saylor also has plans for BTC.
Big's take on ordinals is the take I hear from my Bitcoin maxi friends. Yeah. I mean, and all of them are fair, accurate, reasonable points too. Yeah, that'd be great.
And I think it's what you said there. Like, I think that's the most important thing that Runes has done. Like you said, that it's like very thoughtfully allocated those rune stones, at least determined to allocate them right to like key opinion leaders and drivers, because I see this as a marketing war, right? Like you just need to convince people like me and others, maybe normies, fresh blood coming in, that this is the way. And that's all it is. It's a marketing war, right? And it's not just within Bitcoin. Like you're competing with Solana, Ethereum, Base, and everybody else, right? It's like,
yeah, that is ultimately the point. Nothing here wins without being like in the mind share, right? It's all about, it's the attention economy, and that matters above anything else. And so runes have their work cut out for them, but I just feel like they'll have an easier path because on Bitcoin, that's it. It's like meme coins on Bitcoin is the headline, and to me, that's just very attractive to even normies. I think we're gonna find that out though. Guys, I think we're going to wrap, though. Like, I want to keep these shows a little closer to an hour. By the way, how do you guys liking the Daily Show? If you guys who are watching now, Yeah, hell yeah. I think I'm about to do the same and then get into some Helldivers. I'm digging the hell out of that game. If any of you play, hit me up. But yeah, Biggie, you digging the Daily Show?
Dude, I'm loving it, man. The crew over there is super cool. Really, really nice. I dig your PFP, Attila, by the way. It's not a is that a Bitcoin pizza ninja?
You know, that's funny. That actually comes from the guys who made the Pizza Ninjas, but it was a free claim for Runestone holders.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
really
I
cool.
saw it around. Yeah, it's fucking dope. It's cool.
Nice. Glad you like that, Loco.
Yeah.
We're having a blast with it. We really are. Joe is he is a different dude. He is a different freaking dude. I love that guy. Man. I'm like, man, I'm really happy with
Peter
how that
was
thing's
pretty
coming
cool
out.
too, man. I dig Peter, man.
It's just
Yeah,
it's
good sense of humor, everybody.
It's I couldn't imagine it more perfect, just like this, the guys that we all started with, you know, like the friends for 3+ years now, and now getting to do this thing we've wanted to do for so long, and it's here, and I'm so happy you're a part of it, man. And man, do we have some ideas and plans for this show. So he might be. Henry might be alive.
He's
Either way,
What's that?
he's at the tail end of his drive.
No. I am, but I'm just listening. Sometimes I just don't have anything profound or worth mentioning, other than gonna be at NFT NYC here on Monday. I'll be there, and of course, anybody listening, the Kongish way about doing things is if we have an event, I don't even care if you're a Kong. If you're friends of the Kongs, you can come. So if you are gonna be at NFT NYC, hit me up at Discord. Because if you want, what's that?
I'm getting so much FOMO, man.
Yeah. If you want to come to the Kongs event, then like just hit me up and I'll make sure you get it.
Biggie, do you do the events like the?
I love the events, and NFT NYC is one of my favorites. And the crazy part, Huda, is that I've only been there during bear cycles. So it's like, God damn it, like everybody's gonna be in an even better mood this time around, and like I'm not going. But
what about VCon this year?
Family on the West Coast, and I'm already like ruminating on like how would you break it to your wife that you absolutely need to go. I mean, it is work related, technically, but yeah, it's like okay, you go back home and. I'm flying to NYC to have a fucking badass time.
Yeah.
I hope you're not watching this, baby.
Funny. Oh, Henry just bounced. We were about to find out about Ghost, but Ghost apparently Avagachi Ghost looking good.
Oh, fuck yes.
Dude, interesting. I got to figure out how to grind out that currency now. Like I've got 5 or 6 gotchis, I think, Avagachis. I got to remember how to get back in.
Are you petting them
base.
daily, or do you have an auto petter?
I stopped for a year. Like I haven't touched them in forever. Their score is going to be abysmal.
Or they're probably got PTSD. Never seen anybody for years.
Yep.
Poor Avagachi.
Henry, did you hear Avagachi's moving to base?
No. Wow, that's surprising because they had Gotchi Chain coming.
Well, okay. Am I remembering this right? Is Gotchi Chain going to be on?
Tonya, imagine that.
I like that move for them though, because honestly, I thought, and I don't know how Gotchi Chain factors in, but that's tough. You know, if you're going off on your own, you got to have some firepower behind you for anybody to give a shit. I think them going to base, I love that. I love the Gotchis, man. They're great group.
Yeah, so Gotchi Chain will be on base. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, so what? Show the ghost chart, because I feel like we've got a stack of ghosts. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure we got some ghosts.
Okay. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find that. Oh, maybe this is it. I don't know if we have a stack because I've not touched our gotchis in forever.
You're not petting them daily, sir?
No.
The fuck?
No.
That's why you have them all.
Yeah, you can just set up an auto petter and it'll pet them for you.
I'd see now the only auto petter I knew of, I thought stopped, like doesn't even work anymore.
Sir, pet our gotchis on the daily.
God, another 25 minutes to add into the day. Okay,
and we have some land in the guild, right? Like
we got.
Oh, you guys have a guild? Is it like a con guild or what?
No, Idiots Guild.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we because Dead was fucking up our asses to be getting into gotchis. So we got gotchis, we got land.
Choina, where did you message me, buddy?
But do gotchis don't yield ghost, right? Like the ghost
Yeah,
we
they
have is
can.
ghost we bought, or
They do
During
huh?
the rarity, what do you call them? China,
like
the
there's
rarity
the hollows
contest or whatever. Like
Okay.
like 2 or 3 times a year, like they'll do
haunts.
the rarity awards. Yeah.
Did they get rid of the haunts? Like I think ours were from Haunt 1, but then I thought they kind of like diluted the ecosystem a little bit in Haunt 2 and 3. I need to refamiliarize myself.
Yeah. They've got a lot of going on. Like the part that I've disregarded completely is the lands. Like I have not been farming or sprucing up my lands, parcels, or anything like that.
That was fun too. I'd go run around and they'd they'd airdrop those tokens. The FOMO, what were those? FOMO, FUD,
Keck, and shit. I forget the other one. There's 4, right?
Yeah. Damn.
What are gotchis worth anything right now? Like I feel like we got in the 300 ghost range, maybe 500 ghost.
Oh, interesting. Rarity
shit,
farming.
rarity farming
We gotta get back into this. I'll do some research and dig and try.
I don't even. I need to look at your gotchis, Choina. They're probably fucking baller.
Okay, so how much is ghost? That's the question.
So I have that right now. It's over $2. Wow.
Nice.
Well done.
I mean, it was down. I mean, it's a 2x in the past couple days here. That's awesome.
Nice.
Probably a lot of room to fly here too.
Yeah. So what's the play on that, Choina? Hold or sell the news? The rumor. Sell the rumor. Buy the rumor. Sell the news. Yeah. Sell the news.
All right. Here's some of our gotchis.
Oh.
And I feel like we have a few more too that might be like.
Did you guys name?
out.
Lady Archer. Okay, you idiot. Nice. Unnamed. You gotta get on
there's
those.
one named
Alpha.
like I remember I had to change mine because it wouldn't let me put in grape because of the word rape in it.
Right.
So it had some close. These aren't all the gotchis.
No, I think there's some that, because remember how you could loan them out? I have a feeling they're still loaned out. I think we have probably 3 or 4 more.
Dude, I went crazy with the names, like just squatting on like Oprah and shit like that.
Wow.
Yes, that was gonna always be a good move.
Right?
Oprah. I love it though.
Dude,
I remember that.
Buy my gotchi, bitch. Yeah.
I remember that. Also, I own Ellen's NFT, thinking Ellen DeGeneres.
That was a better play. I see Ellen buying a gotchi way before Oprah.
No, but did you ever see the NFT she came up with?
Oh, I remember. Yeah. What was it called?
It was like cat, like picture of a cat, and it was like, actually, she sent me a signed photo of her holding the NFT. I think that was part of like the silver status. There was like 10 silver NFTs, and I got one. And honestly, I did it because my wife's an Ellen fan, and I'm like, shit, if I can get her an NFT and get this like signed photo of Ellen, like then maybe she'll like this shit. And it's probably worthless now. Like
I'm
1.5
connecting here to Avagachi. I don't even know where to go anymore.
I gotta fly, boys. Daddy gotta go to work, but it was fucking great hanging with you guys, for real.
Yeah, dude. Likewise, always love these chats. I'm gonna end with our new Idiots song. We'll do the 80s metal version.
Love you, Henry.
Hell yeah.
But guys, thank you for tuning in.
Next week from New York, my friends. Can't wait to join you from there.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what you're doing in there. There's a lot of cool shit coming. Can't wait to hear what big drops come, like big news. But guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to 0. It's our everything. Round trip